Clash Royale has been a game that's been going strong for over 3 years now, and no matter what you end up doing with your account, I'm confident that Clash Royale is a game that will be able to last for quite a long time. I mean, after all, Supercell does know what they're doing. Once they find a killer idea, they can make their games last, and you gotta give them props for that. I can confidently say that the game has gotten a lot better through these past 3 years, and even though we might not agree on all of the changes that Supercell has made to the game, I still believe that it's heading in the right direction at the moment. However, Clash Royale has one very big, massive problem that's been stopping the game from reaching its full potential. This issue has been inbred into the very game and has been present since the very beginning, even in the beta days of Clash Royale. What is this issue, you might ask? Well, it's the one deck problem. Oftentimes, what ends up happening with most players, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do this as well, is you guys will just level one single deck to max level. Of course, there's nothing wrong with this at the moment. Players will just end up playing this deck forever, and it's also one of the most effective ways to gain trophies as fast as you can to reach a new trophy high. But, when players finally max the deck out, well, then what? With no clear endgame to Clash Royale, there just really isn't too much to do, with little to no motivation to level up any of the other cards in the collection, or to continue playing anyways. Eventually, the game gets stale and, well, you know what happens next. So, what the Clash team really needs to focus on is how to make players care more about their entire collection, because with players only worrying about 8 out of the 90 something cards in the game, people usually won't care for any rewards unless it's one of the cards they're aiming to level up. So, how do you fix this? Well, it's honestly a hard task and a massive one for sure. So today, I will be going over a few overhauls that I would make to improve this system. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Number 1. Clan Wars. Clan Wars was a feature that was introduced specifically to deal with this issue. The fact that you had to collect cards and upgrade your own card levels was one of the main aspects of the design. However, after a little over a year since the release of these wars, it clearly hasn't had the desired effect. Over 2 years, it's clear that it's gotten stale, and to be frank, I don't remember the last time I did a war battle. Wars need a complete rework on how it functions to ensure that people are actually interested. In fact, I've received a word from the dev team that a clan war rework is literally one of their top priorities at the moment, and that they really do want the next big update to the game to contain a clan war rework. Now, the big question though is, how do you fix clan wars? Here's what the dev team has publicly said about war at the moment. We feel that the problems with clan wars are deeper than just surface level fixes. We have seen multiple community posts and videos about requested changes, including more capped modes, but even if we did all these changes, there would still be systematic issues with clan wars that get stale over time. Clan Wars needs a huge, socially driven endgame, and it's just not quite filling that role for now. We have plenty of whiteboards and prototypes towards a Clan Wars update, but we can't provide a timeline for its launch. When we get it though, we promise it will be epic and change the way Clash Royale is played forever. So, yes, they have big plans on war, but how would I personally change it? Well, it's a really tough task, to be fair. I'll split this up into 2 areas. First, encouraging participation. Clan Wars doesn't really encourage players to participate. This mainly comes from a more slow aspect of war, because frankly, doing 3 collection day battles and gaining nothing out of it progression wise, it just doesn't work for the player. Yeah, you get a war stack after each war, but that's 1 every 2 days, which honestly does not sound like too much, especially when the majority of the time you're just getting some gold. And yeah, Clan War League chests are really nice at the end, but again, you have to grind 2 weeks of very few rewards just to get that 1 chest. It just doesn't motivate the players. So, what I want to see here is that even if Supercell, doesn't really increase Clan War rewards by too much, if they give players a feeling that they're getting something out of every battle, they're going to be much more likely to participate. So, one idea that I have is that after completing all 3 of your collection day battles, maybe you get something like a collection day chest. This means that players are not only incentivized to complete all 3 of their collection day battles, which is good for the clan war in general, but players also feel like they're getting something out of the time that they put in. Again, a main point of Clan Wars is to get players to upgrade more of their card collection, and when people are just not playing War, it doesn't achieve its intended purpose at all. Second, clans are being punished for good participation. This is another issue with many clans at the moment. I hear in the comments and on Reddit all the time about clans that just hover at a certain trophy count for a long time because most of their clan members only have level 10 or level 11 cards, and they can't really play without being completely over leveled. And this in turn, again, decreases motivation to play even in these matches when you're completely destroyed, not because of skill, but because of the levels. So, what I want to see is a much more sophisticated matchmaking system for war battles. Now, of course, this is super easy to say as a creator, and I have no idea how complicated this system would be to implement, but I'm sure players wouldn't mind searching a little bit longer for a battle just to ensure that we're matched with players that are at least within a 1 or 2 level difference of our cards. Number 2. Paywall. Yeah, I know, this is nothing new, but seriously, one of the main reasons why everyone only picks 8 or so cards to level up is because it's way too inefficient to level up your entire collection at the same time. There's just no viable way to push fast on ladder while also upgrading more than 8 cards. Now, of course, as a consumer, it's very easy to complain about how pay to win the game is, but in reality, Clash Royale and Supercell is a business. As much as they love to make the game as fun as possible, they also need to, well, keep the game running as long as possible, and this means having to make revenue in order to do so. Now, of course, the dev team knows this, and they've already taken a ton of action to try and alleviate this issue, with the somewhat recent release of emotes, Pass Royale, tower skins, and so on and so forth. By shifting their revenue model more towards aesthetics, they can make the game a lot more friendly towards those free-to-play players. So, how do they keep doing this? I think one way, again, is more skins. I think that, star levels and skins on troops is a really great feature with a ton of potential, and they can really develop a lot more in this direction. For one, star points. These things come in so slow, and oftentimes they can take up to a month just to gain enough star points to get 1 star level card. Now, what's one obvious way to change this? Well, once you reach level 13, players should be able to buy star points with money, just like they can buy gems or gold. Now, what this does is it opens up another possible revenue stream for Supercell, and when that happens, they can balance that out with adding more rewards to the game. And, well, while you're at it, adding more skins, you can add things that are more cosmetic. Maybe we can get some Christmas themed skins or Halloween themed skins that are coming up soon. Now, the second thing that I would like to see here is an improvement to the Clash Royale economy, more specifically, the gem economy. The gold economy is definitely much better, but the gem economy here, I think, is the biggest culprit. Right now, the gem economy is honestly broken, and I'm gonna be honest, there really aren't too many logical ways you can spend gems on the game. The only reason that I ever spend gems is to re-enter challenges, and with Pass Royale, that's not even an issue either. So what I want to see Supercell add is some extra features that you can unlock with gems, just like in Clash of Clans, where you can buy up to 5 builders with some gems that you can gain. This can be anything from being able to buy more quests with gems, buying an extra chest slot for gems, buying extra deck slots for gems. Things like this allow for more gem purchases in the game, and, buying extra chest slots, buying more quests can also indirectly increase player progression as well, which is pretty much what we wanted in the first place. In addition, with more things to spend gems on, Supercell can then begin to add more gem-based rewards in return, which I think is a win-win situation for everyone. So there we go, a few major changes that I would personally like to see come to Clash Royale as a whole to try and reduce their one deck problem. Again, the goal is to encourage players to level up more of their cards in their card collection rather than just 8 cards. I feel like one big aspect, again, like I mentioned, is the paywall. It's much better now than before, but if players get more cards, they're also more likely to level them up. But I think the second major cause of this issue is the fact that Clan Wars doesn't do what it's intended to do. And I think if Clan Wars gets a change into a very socially investing activity, players will be more motivated to upgrade more cards, use them in war, and help with this whole situation as a whole. Once players are introduced to different cards through war, free challenges provided by Supercell can give players a chance to try them out, and as you can see, players level up more cards, one deck problem gets alleviated. Now, is this a perfect solution? No, not by any means. And of course, I just spat out a ton of suggestions, so I don't expect Supercell to be able to implement all of these features at once either. But at least it's a good start by trying to make the best out of features that we already have in game. If they want to introduce more features to try and solve this one deck problem, then by all means do. But also, don't neglect the things that are already in the game as well. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on my suggestions in the comments below. Also, give me some of your ideas. I'm super interested to see what you guys have got. But unfortunately, guys, that's all I've got time for in today's episode. If you enjoyed, please leave a like down below as well as a subscription to my channel. And as always, this is Legendaray, and I'm signing off. See you guys next time.